The Prime Video film Holland stars Oscar winner Nicole Kidman, and we're covering all of the thriller's twists in 3 minutes or less. Be warned, major spoilers follow. The film opens in Holland, Michigan, where schoolteacher Nancy Vandergroot is preparing for the upcoming Tulip Festival. Her husband Fred is an optometrist whose hobby is a model train set in his garage. With Fred out of town for a conference and her son Harry at a sleepover, Nancy finds evidence her husband is keeping things from her. Convinced he is having an affair, she asks fellow teacher Dave Delgado for help.
So, you think he wasn't actually in Frankenmuth?
He was. He bought chicken.
Dave goes to Fred's office and unlocks a window, and that night, she sneaks in and searches his office. She learns he made a jewelry purchase and finds a picture of a girl named Lacey being crowned a festival Bologna queen. When Fred comes to the office for an emergency call, Nancy is nearly caught but escapes with Dave's help. Back at Dave's house, the pair have an intimate moment, but when they are interrupted, he realizes it's a bad idea. Fred discovers Nancy was snooping around his office and reveals he purchased a jewelry box for her as a gift. The explanation is enough for Nancy until he leaves town yet again, and her suspicions are raised once more. She and Dave follow Fred to another town and sneak into his hotel room, finding handcuffs but no proof of an affair.
Look at this. Handcuffs and underwear and...
Pepperonis?
Nancy returns home, but Dave continues following Fred. Back home, Nancy discovers Lacey the Bologna Queen was a girl who was murdered, and she realizes Lacey's home is included in Fred's model train set. She realizes all of the homes in the model are real places where a woman was murdered. She tries to warn Dave, but he has already followed Fred to a secluded house and finds him murdering a woman. Fred spots Dave, and as they struggle, Fred falls on his own knife. As Dave tries to escape, Fred chases after him, but he falls into a lake and sinks. When Dave returns to Holland, he tells Nancy Fred left town, not wanting to admit he is dead. When he spots Fred several days later at the town's tulip parade, Nancy takes Harry to a cabin by the lake to hide. Dave wants to call the police, but Nancy refuses, saying it will ruin their lives. She and Dave struggle over the phone, and he falls and hits his head. Harry runs out of the cabin and Fred arrives, very much alive but in bad shape from the knife wound. He forces them into their car, where Nancy shoots him with Dave's gun and finishes him off with a clog. The film has an ambiguous ending, with Nancy and Dave wondering if what happened was real or just in their minds. And that's our recap of Holland, now streaming on Prime Video. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, and thanks for watching.